welcome to the Veterans View Show. And I'm Leroy Davis, your host, and we're here in downtown Phoenix City at the Marriott Hotel with Alatrade Food. And with me today, I have the president of Alatrade Food, which has 2 plants in Alabama.
3.
3 plants in Alabama.
Plants, yeah.
Okay, and could you state your name?
John Pitter.
John Pitter. And where's your office out of, John?
Our office is up at headquarters, Gunnersville, Alabama.
The headquarters is in Gunnersville, Alabama. So tell us something about how you became an employee-owned company.
Well, our owner, Davis Lee, founded our company in 2000, and he turned 82 this year. So he decided he had to have an exit strategy, and instead of selling our company to another private investment group or something like that, he decided to look at the employee ownership route. It's formerly called an ESOP. And he had to listen to about a 10-minute presentation, and he was sold because he wanted the company to continue to flourish, and he felt like the best way was for the employees to be the essential owners of the company.
Well, we here in Phoenix City are truly proud and glad that y'all are here because y'all are the 2nd largest employee in Phoenix City, and we really appreciate that, and we appreciate the employee-owned part about what all you do for the employees and about them being part owner. So tell us something about the benefits, even though we've said it several times. Say it again because we always want the people to hear it so they want to come to work for Alatrade.
Well, the main benefit is it's a company-funded retirement program. And so as the company grows and appreciates and we pay down the debt from buying the company from Davis, we'll create stock value. And every year our team members will get a stock statement that's showing how many shares and the value of those shares. And of course our intentions are for those share values to grow each year. But other than that, it's just the people that's been in the company and managing the company for a long time are going to continue to do so. And we intend for our employees to do well and continue to do better now than ever since we are employee-owned.
And we're going to continue our show. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to cover the awards, 10-year awards for these employees who have been working for the company for 10 years right here in Phoenix City, Alabama. And we'll be right back.
Thank you.
I worked at Alatrade for 2 years. Well, at first I needed money, and my wife had just had a kid, and I needed to step up as a man and provide for my family. And I was doing side hustles, but it wasn't enough to feed my family. So one day I seen a job there, and my wife asked me, do I need to go there? I told her, yeah, I'll go. When I went and found a job for Alatrade, and I've been here ever since. Oh, when I first started, I was working in the back hopper area. I never cut chicken because once they seen me in orientation, they seen how tall I was and how strong I was, so they put me right where I needed to be. I just applied myself. So I did that job for about 6 months, and after that, the opportunity to become a QA came up, and I wrote my name down on there, and I prayed that I got that position, and I got it. I got the position, and I put 130% into that. And in the process of doing that, you know, I started to branch out a little bit and try to learn more about Alatrade, learn more about being an MSC worker, learn more about debone, learn more about the back and shipping, learn how everything works, and they saw that and they gave me another position, which is now what I'm doing as the MSC coordinator. MSC coordinator means the one who makes sure everything is done correctly according to the numbers. So if they move 50,000 pounds worth of chicken, I'm the guy who logs that information in and send it to the other plant to make sure that everything is accurate and up to date. So that's what I do. But also, since I know how to do everything else, I go to the back if they need help with a pallet jack driver, if they need somebody to do the MSC clerk, they need somebody to run the MSC machine, I do it all because I apply myself. Man, I'm gonna put it to you like that. I get paid so good. My family was able to move from the south side of where I lived at, where our apartment got broken into twice. And now we live in a house with a front end and backyard. So that's one reason why I stay here, because if you could take a family out of a bad situation and make it better, why change it? If I met somebody who's in a situation similar to me, I'd tell them, come here because this is the opportunity to change your life. You ain't gotta have no degree, you ain't gotta have no prerequisites. All you got to do is just show up. And you in a whole nother tax bracket. Coming from the life that I grew up in, it ain't many opportunities like this. It's only so much chaos you can live in before you just realize I got to make a change. And I realized that now I need to make that change, and Alatrade was the change that I needed. You know, they gave me an opportunity. They didn't, you know, ask too many questions. They didn't judge me. They just said, hey man, come on in and show us what you got. And I showed them, I told them, you know, I'll give you 120 because I can't go back to that life. I never thought I'd be doing stocks and making this type of money working. Not me. But hey, here I am. I'm here, making money, teaching people about stocks. I'm trying to change my whole family. If you feel like you can't make it to another day, or you just feel like you're going through hard times and you just need an opportunity, come to Alatrade. It's a career, and it's something that I'm actually good at. And it's giving me the opportunity to not only feed my family, but help other people. And I know the people here, and you know, they treat me like family. And I believe, you know, if you're a family, you stick together. Alatrade being 100% employee owned means that we have the opportunity to actually be a part of something that's rare. Because only 1% of companies in the United States are actually employee owned. So this is historical, so why not be a part of history?
All right, so Deborah asked me to talk to you some about this company news and about Alatrade in Phoenix City. And we've touched on it briefly. You guys make a lot of things happen for us. And you've been here, and if you've been in the chicken business anywhere, some of you may have worked in other plants, 10 years, normally there's a lot of change goes on in a poultry facility to keep up with the markets and the demands. And our business and Alatrade changes fast, as fast as any of them, and because we try to respond to contract with these other companies that we do business with. So you guys are required to be very nimble, and there'll be more changes coming. We've gone through changes each year. Phoenix City, especially in our company, resets on January 1 just because of the nature of our setup. We have another plant, plant 3 stays pretty steady with Tyson, and then we play a lot of the other markets out of Phoenix City and the other opportunities, and they change. So you guys adapt to big birds, small birds, nuggets, no nugget, portions. It goes all over the place, and the MSC operation continues to run, and we've stabilized that some to a mix to make it more predictable for us and better. So things that you guys do that we're really good at, we're staying in as much as possible. So we'll continue to do on big birds, probably more and more so as time goes on for us. And our mix in DSI will continue to be a portion nugget mix. It's really good. You guys have become very strong in big bird deboning and portion nugget mix. Unbelievable the progress over the years, and we'll continue to keep staying in those avenues. There's other opportunities coming towards us as we speak, and we're trying to figure out how we accomplish those. So there'll be changes coming. The good news is Phoenix City is continuing to become more and more profitable for our company. Do a great deal for you guys and the changes and adapting to what we've asked for and learning your business. I feel like today that you guys know more about what you do in the details of your business outside of just your task, how you impact everything, and it's making everything much better for us. So that will be a stronghold for us to have you guys. So as employees, and we're all employee owners in here, we all have great value to our company because employment is hard to get. It's hard to find people. It's hard, let me tell you, it's hard to hire people. You guys see it all the time. Come and go or don't happen. Orientation classes get small sometimes. We need more people. So our worth as owner employees is greater than it's ever been. And so we cherish that and appreciate it, and we depend on it. So all these things that we plan to execute that we'll be talking to you guys about, and we'll get information. Even if it's small conversations that we have with you guys, and it's a subtle thing, we can go back and make plans and decisions based on the feedback that we get from this group in here, the group that's ahead of you, the group that's right behind you, because the experience is unbelievably invaluable for us to make decisions, long-term and short-term. Whether you know it, that's what you do. You guys talk with us, and we ask how's it going, what's going on with this, or how's anything about your business that I talk with you about, especially. I'm listening so that we can make plans to improve it or utilize that to make our company more profitable. And that helps all of us in here. So everything you do contributes to our bottom line. If you don't realize, you are leaders of our company. If you've been here, whether you talk to somebody and tell them what to do or not, you're setting an example every day by coming to work and doing your job correctly or adapting to whatever comes up. And so you are leaders, whether you are passively leading or you're out, and everybody's not loud as Deborah Davis will be, she's going to lead by communicating. But it doesn't matter, you're leaders in our group, and we rely on that. So whether your job says, I'm a leader, you are. Your leader comes to here. And at 10 years, the group looks towards you guys, and when they're in question of what to do or how I should act, they look to each one of you guys to see what's going on with you, because you're going to set the tone. And it continues to get better. The tone, the culture is better in our facility every year, and it shows, and you guys are responsible for all that change. And it has allowed us a lot of opportunities that we could not see 8 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago from where we were at. I think everybody that sees all those numbers would know, whether you realize it or not, you've impacted our business tremendously. So there's things coming up that will be good for us, for our ownership, that we will take and sit down and talk about how to make changes. And those hopefully we'll learn more about as we go, and that's every year for us. So you guys make our job easier, whether you realize that sometimes it's complicated to dig through that, but you make our job much easier of what you tell us, what you show us, and what you do. So those are all invaluable things for us. Otherwise, the plant will be, we had one of our best years ever last year, financial. And even though we struggled with those things, we're looking to have an excellent year this year, which means all of our accounts as owners get bigger and better. And that's what's the big takeaway from you guys, is you're impacting more than just your retirement account. Even though your retirement account's going to grow as we do better, you come in and you help us. What you don't realize, and we talked about this a little bit, and I want to tell you about this, is when you come to work, you stop at the gas station, you don't be a guy at the gas station that says, hey, you know, I hope y'all running that plant wide open there, how's it going? They often greet you at the door, but you know why? Because you impact this community. It's not just your family that's affected by you being at work, you affect all the families in this community indirectly, and our payroll recently was about $400,000 a week. And the mayor will tell you, what's $400,000 payroll turn into in our community? It's close to $4 million weekly impact in this one store out of Phoenix City. Now, you don't think you're a major player in this town, this county, Columbus? Even big as things look, there ought to be a line of people cheering for you when they come to work. Go get it, because you're doing it. And there are people that recognize that, even though you may not hear it, but that's the way it should look. It should look at any manufacturing facility in our area that does that. That's where it starts. And the key is drives our economy. So you guys drive this place, whether you realize it or not, and it's important for us to tell you that. So you're affecting everybody that you come in contact with. You give them some money for whatever service you need, you just affected their family. And you got that money a lot of times from Alatrade, maybe not all the time from Alatrade, but you get a lot of your money from us, and it goes out and it helps these other families. So if we struggle, then they struggle. Okay. So we talked about this some in some other meetings, and this is a good year to commit to doing it even better. Do even better and make everything better for yourself and your family and the community. So thank you very much for that. I want to make sure I communicate that with you. It's very important you understand that. All right, we have guests here. I want to let you guys have an opportunity to speak if you'd like. And Chandra with United Way, would you like to come up and say a few words? Did I say it wrong?
It's okay. Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you. You know, Dave spent a lot of time talking about what you all do there at Alatrade plant, but I want to tell you how much we appreciate you from a community perspective. Since 2008, this company alone has donated over $315,000 to United with the Chadwick Job. That's a lot of money. that people that you work with every single day have received services and through programs at the Chattanooga Trail. People who are on a lunch with you sit next to have come from shelters, men homes, homeless shelters, and you work with them every single day. You did that. You helped them get on their feet to have another opportunity. So we thank you. Thank you so much for your contributions. Thank you for what you do in our community. I know you don't see me a lot typically around the fall, but Alatrade is always one of those organizations that we can count on to support the work that we're doing here in Russell County. So you have a friend of us and we have a friend of you. So I want to thank Deborah and Dave and the entire team who supports us in the fall. Thank you so, so much. You miss a little bit of your check every week. You miss it. It's gone. But I want you to know every single time you see a child who you see at anybody elementary schools, or you see a homeless individual get a new job, or you see somebody get keys to a house, you did that. You indirectly touched so many lives right here in our community. So thank you so much and congratulations on your team.
Thank you so much. First of all, I do always look forward to this, and I know Deborah always invites me, and I really, truly look forward to it. My wife could not be here. She's usually with me, but she's in education, and so she has some things to come up with some kids, so she's normally is with me. But I do look forward to this opportunity, and I'm very grateful to be a part of this community. But I will say this to you all. The lifeblood of any community are the people. And you all are very special, and you all are the lifeblood of this community, of what we have been able to do as a community. And as Shunner was stating what you all do for United Way, one of the verses in the Bible tells us that he who refreshes others will be refreshed. So you are refreshing this community, and you are being refreshed, even today. And every one of you all are very valuable, and we should take notice that the things that are happening in other countries, it should cause us to pause and be very thankful that we live in the United States. Amen. But even in Phoenix City, and you are special because of the things that you do. And don't let anyone ever tell you you're not special, but to be able to be there for 10 years, it shows a lot of commitment that we certainly should be teaching other people how to be committed. 2020 and 2021 was very challenging. But you all each and every day got up and put on your boots and your shoes and your sandals and stood up and you went to work. That's what righteous people do. That's what people do that really cares. And I just want to commend you all for the service that you all have provided, way more than what you think with the organization that you work for. And you should be proud of this organization because they have allowed you to put true skin in the game as far as being part of the, is it the ES, the Employee Stop, SOP, ESOP? That's huge. That, I want you all to know that is huge for an organization to allow their employees to be a part of that company. That is very huge, and I don't want you to ever discount that. And the more you put in through work, through commitment, and showing up and being there, the more you will have to refresh your families at the time when the time comes. So don't ever discount yourself. Be thankful, and if COVID hadn't taught us anything, it should have taught us this, that we truly need each other. Oh yeah. You need each other. This community needs you. Columbus needs you. This region needs you. Alatrade needs you. And they have provided a way to show their appreciation to you. That is very, very huge. And I want you all to know that I look forward to this. I am grateful that you all are part of this region, Phoenix City and Columbus, and I am so grateful for what you do because you are the lifeblood of this community that helps us refresh other people because you're being refreshed and you're refreshed. But don't ever discount it. You all work for an outstanding organization, because they're allowing you to really put skin in the game, and that is such a meaningful task in today's life. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay committed. In those days that you don't feel like going, and I tell people who I work with, and I'm an ex-athlete, there's a difference between being injured and hurt. When you're hurt, you can't show up because you're hurt. But when you're injured, you got to suck it up and get out there and go back. Because there are so many people depending. And truly, Phoenix City is awesome. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I'll say something. A couple of things I want to say. First of all, you know, when you work for a company for a lot of years, like you have, during that time, we all have challenges away from work. There's not anybody in here that over the last 10 or 12 or 15 years that you have challenges. You know, some maybe your kids didn't do good in school. Maybe you went through some marital issues, financial issues, family sickness. We all do that. There's not anybody I know. In all of that, you've got to come to work. Some people quit. That's that, you know, the world's closing in on me, I'm just going to give up. And I told a guy one day that come to me, he said, my wife has left me, you know, and I'm going to quit. And I said, how does that resolve that issue? So one, stability, and if the Lord, I'm a pastor by the way, so some of us know. If the Lord delays us coming next year or two, I'll face some more issues and you will too. But one of the strong points of us is that we've got a job to come to, and like we do make a difference. Number two is on the employee ownership. I'm one of the people on the front lines of that and doing a lot about employee ownership, and I'm excited about it. And some of my group, the day that we bought the company, I told them this may be the best day of your career. This employee ownership can be life-changing for all of us. And so we gained that by continuing to come to work every day. So congratulations on 10 years, and I might not see you in 10 more years, but maybe five. But just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Curtis, you'd like to say anything?
No, I'd just like to say thanks for the invite. Congratulations on your 10 years, and looking forward to continuing it. I'm like Randy, I don't know if I'll be here for the next one. We're going to try that. But I really enjoyed the relationship that we've developed. You know, it ain't always been easy, but it's been a blessing, you know. And I'm like this. It's not a side. I'm not a union side, it's a company side. We get this both together. So I like I said, thanks and congratulations to everybody again.
Thank you.
And Curtis, being here speaks volumes about the relationship we have in this school. Thank you. Kevin, would you like to speak to anything?
Well, I'll go on the record for Dave and myself, we plan on being here. Everybody tighten up. I'm always thankful for those of you that have seniority, and people have said that you're leaders, whether you have lead on your title of the job or not. Y'all are leading our company. The thing I enjoy the most is hearing about your background, what got you to where you are today. And as Randy talked about, sometimes that's hardship. Almost always, really, it's going to be there. If you're not in a hardship, you've been in one or you're fixing to go into one. That's part of life. So I got to thinking, Dave was mentioning where y'all came from, last job, and that's always exciting to know, you know, why you left that job and come to this one. Obviously, you were hoping the grass might be greener, hopefully. That was the reason you come, or you could have had an obstacle, and that's why you found it. I got to thinking back, you know, I've worked for 7 different companies since I graduated from high school, and been here 18 years. And so the reason I've stayed that long, and I hope why you stayed as long as 10 years, is you like who you're working with, or you like what you're doing. It'd be great if it was both, right? And that's the way I feel, that this is a great place to be, great people to work with. And so my goal for y'all and for myself is for your next 10 years to be better than the first 10. And we've got a good start to that because of the employee ownership that's been talked about today. That's a great way to start this second 10 years that you've got. And if you get ready to retire, it's going to be a huge celebration. And that, I'm excited about that. So thanks for letting me be here.
All right.
John, would you like to say a few words?
Well, I'm glad I didn't have Randy's spot and have to go right behind the mayor because he delivered speech. I do want to thank you guys for coming, Eddie and Curtis, Chandra, and just it means a lot for us to have support from the community, have support from the union. Obviously, I've known RWDSU for 30 plus years, back to my Tyson days. That relationship has developed over time, and it's important to us too. But, I want to talk about you guys first. When we go through the plant and see you and see what you're doing, is you can tell the multi-year folks from the people that really haven't got skin in the game that you've got. And it's so important, as David said, and I don't get up here and say a lot of things that some other folks have said, but I just want you to know that, anytime you see me walking through y'all look better without hairnet, by the way. Just, feel free to come up and speak and, tell me what's going on. I like it. I'd rather have that than, no eye contact, just walk the other way. If I don't speak to you, that's on me, because I got something else on my mind. Some days not getting done or something. But thank y'all for being here today, too. And some of you had to come out of your way, get up early, or not go to bed at all just to be here, and I appreciate that. The employee ownership part, I want you to ask questions about that when I get through talking about it in a minute, because it's confusing. What's it really worth to you today? What's it really worth in the long run? It's confusing. I helped put the plan together. It's still confusing because it's so different. And, we were our company was owned by Davis Lee. Started in 2000, 2001, and then sold it last year to the employees. And we didn't have to pay anything, just like you. I became an employee owner in June of 2021. So what does that mean? Well, the biggest benefit is a retirement plan. You're participating in a company-funded retirement plan, but I say company-funded, we're funding it every day that we succeed. We had a great year last year. We're going to have a great year this year. Every year we have a great year, your account balance is going to multiply. When the company changed hands, our strike price, and y'all see stock prices everywhere, our strike price was $11.80. It was really, really low because we bought the company. I didn't put any money in, so y'all didn't need us, so we had to borrow. We had to borrow the full amount. We got a lot of debt way up here. We're already paying that down as quickly as we can. So as you pay down debt, just like if you had a house, and when you pay it down, you become more of an owner of that house, or when you have more equity in that house. So you're going to get statements in May. And what that statement is going to show you is how much from $11 a share our company has appreciated. And then you're going to like it. If a stock doubles in a year, you think you've done pretty good. Well, if a stock quadruples in a year, not yet. So we're going to see some really good numbers. I know what the number is supposed to be, but it's a draft report, and I ain't supposed to say it today. But I'd love to tell y'all if I could, but I got to be fiduciary responsible. You ever heard that term, Mayor? That's a terrible term. I'd rather be loose and on the fly. Unfortunately, the president of the company has to behave himself when it comes to those things. So. But you're going to like it. You're going to get the statements in May. We're going to have a deal where we give them out to you like we did last year when there wasn't any numbers on it. The other thing that get every year for continuing to work here is you get another allocation of shares. So I don't know if you had 30 or 40 shares last year, that number might double this year. So not only is the value going up, you're going to have 1.5 to twice as many shares as you had, just because we created value in the company by paying the debt down. So that's the biggest way the thing's going to work. The number of shares that you own are going to go up, and if we do a good job, we all together, and we put some good deals together we be successful at, the value of those shares will go up. Just like these oil companies. What are they doing? Nothing. Oil prices are going up the roof. Look at their stock price. Chevron went from like $100 last year to $170 today. That ticks me off a little bit. Doesn't you want to go down here and pay $4 a gallon for gas?
Yes.
But we can't do anything about that, but we can do something about Alatrade. So, and that one of the biggest things you guys can help us with now is tell somebody to come to work. If you know somebody needs a job and you think they could be you or something similar to you, or an employee like you, give them some good advice and tell them to come work out. We're going to be here. We're going to be here a long time. And you're going to get a survey. What that one about on the survey, man? Are they about ready to go out?
We sent North Alabama yesterday. What's yours today?
There was some emails went out, there's paperwork's coming out next.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
So, one thing we want to do as employee owners is find out more and more about what our general population thinks about the company. So, the survey question you're going to get is, how likely are you to recommend somebody to come to work for Alatrade? 1 to 10. 10 being most likely. So, everybody is encouraged to be honest about that. And then there's a block down there for you to fill in why you feel the way you do. And that's important to us because we're going to take that information and see where we're not hitting the mark, right? And then we're going to work on those things. We already know some ways that we need to do better, and we're starting to do those things already. One way we're committed to doing better is to educate you more about the business. Now, if you're going to be an owner and have skin in the game and be able to contribute, you need to know some financial literacy when it comes to what our controller calls chicken math. Well, what really drives the profits, what really is going to fill your retirement accounts up and allow us to do more for you in the short term. And you can see things we're changing now to help the short term that we've never done before. We've always done 10-year folks, so y'all been maxing out your Christmas bonus every year somewhere $250. Well, last year, if you came to work regularly through the My Rewards, you had opportunity maybe to earn $700 with almost perfect attendance. This year, that number's going to be well over $1,000. So, y'all know how that works. The more you come to work, the bigger your bonus is going to be. So, that's something that we say it's part of our ownership here, but we want you to have something short term just as well as we want you to have long term. And just like Eddie and so many folks have said, it's all about you. It's all about the people. If we can't have a contributing workforce of people who care and understand that we care about you, we're not going to do good. So, that's just a few things about what we've got going on. I like to share new things with these kind of folks, because a lot of these other people that's back there hadn't heard of it yet, and all of a sudden come up with it. Questions? I want you to know we care about you. I said that when we were here last time and we gave out statements. Christmas, if we don't act like we care about you, we need to let somebody know, because we do care. We need you. I know y'all need a job, and we'll be here for 10 years, so thank you.
I like everybody here, the workers, supervisors, management, all.
Their training program was well developed.
Alatrade has put forth 100% effort in helping me to grow in the company.
back with Dave here at the 10-year employee celebration. Now, I spoke with the president earlier before you opened the show, and I had a good conversation with him. And while we're talking about the 10-year program, I just want to let our viewers know that you put over $3 million a year into our Chattahoochee Valley.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, 3 million.
Yeah, it's over $3 million a week, revenue to our economy here just through our payroll.
So I'm so sorry I had it off
That's
like
okay.
that. It's $3 million a week. So, and I can imagine that if you get the employees that you want, because you're constantly hiring, how much more it will help our
That's correct.
community.
It would increase even more.
So that's one of the things that we want to share. And we also want to share with the people while you're doing this 10-year celebration for your employee, that you are the second largest employee in Phoenix City, Alabama.
That's probably correct. We're one of the largest. I don't know if we're second or first, but we're one of the largest.
Well, I asked Deborah earlier, and she told
That's
me.
probably correct. She
So,
knows.
the school district is the
That's
largest.
That's probably correct.
And then you are the second. But I can imagine you moving up as soon as you get some more people
Oh
hired.
yeah, we could take on more people if we got plenty of business if we had more people
Okay.
hired.
So what do you think you're looking at it when you're really talking about hiring more people? Do you have a figure?
Well, we would like to be fully staffed. It would take us probably another 150, 200 people to get us completely staffed to run all the products that we could possibly sell right now.
Okay.
And then we could expand from there possibly if we hired more.
So great. Y'all hear that out there, right? Another 150 to 200 people they are looking to hire right now, and they have great benefits. Let's go over the benefits one more time, Dave, if you would.
Well, of course, we've got the medical, good medical, dental insurance, life insurance available to people. And then we have our My Rewards benefits where you earn $5 a day for every day you worked. It pays at the end of the year like a Christmas bonus. And then our biggest one is the retirement plan now. So we have the ESOP retirement where employees own the company now. We're 100% employee owned, and you earn shares of the company every year based on how much money you make. And then when you retire, the company buys the shares back from you.
Well, you can't beat that. And it is 3 plants in the state, right?
Yes, 3 plants.
Because I'm going north here, hopefully in May, to I talk with your operations officer, and I'm going to go up to the plant up in Gunnersville.
Right, we got Boaz and Albertville plant and the Gunnersville office.
So I'm going to go up there, Chris and I, and do a show up there because we want to show everything that Alatrade do so we can encourage people to come and enjoy working because the benefits and the pay is good.
Right, and we've got an excellent environment. Work environment's a lot for people, and we have a very positive work environment. We've worked very diligently to change our culture over the last several years because culture is really important to people to come to work and feel good about what they're doing, where they're at, who they're working for.
Right.
All those things on top of benefits.
On top of benefits. And you know, I was invited to your fun day, which is your family day in May. And I thought back, the military, I did 21 years in the military, and we always did that. You very seldom see outside employers do that.
That's correct.
So that's another thing that the viewers need to know, that not only do you take care of your workers, but you take care of the family too.
That's correct. And we really like to look at things kind of as a throwback. Like you said, that's an older style event that our employees really enjoy. It's a family-oriented event, and it's really for the kids and their parents. And we have it here on location, so you bring your family into where you work, and we have it set up here in a parking lot. And they have a really big celebration. So they get to show their family where they work at, get to meet the people that they work with. And I remember growing up as a kid in the 70s that was just things that we used to go to a lot of times. And so we do a lot of throwback type things that are really good programs from the past.
Well, that's great, and I know it's going to be fun, and we're going to film it. Chris is going to bring the drone out and fly the drone, and we're going to film it so we can show the people in the community other things that y'all do other than just working, taking
Our
care of the
people
family.
have a great time at that event. It's a big event. The 10-year anniversary is our most anticipated event every year that we do, like we're here doing today. But the Family Fun Day is a big event that we do in the summer. It's really great too.
Well, that's great. Well, you've heard it all. You heard it from Dave here at Alatrade Foods, and we're going to be coming back again for your May Fun Day.
That's correct.
Well, thanks, Dave, for having us again, and we look forward to continue working with you.
We appreciate y'all's support. Thank you.